I don't know if we're gonna restart power. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we're gonna do it. So we're just gonna chill.
Alright, fine. Fine. I'll do a video on it. Freaking Empla doing video on his, and then I look on another thing, and then there's people doing it on theirs, and there's not even how they play. The thumbtack's gone. There has always been a debate between gamers. It's, should you use a controller? Or should you use... here. Keyboard and mouse. Now, generally, it just comes down to which do you prefer when you want to play. Do you want a controller or a mouse? I don't prefer either. That is where this bad boy comes in. This is a drawing tablet, specifically a Shivion H1060p. Today, I'm going to be telling you why I prefer playing with this over anything else. I have played with a drawing tablet for a long time now. Like, when I created my Osu account a long time ago. Actually, how long ago was that? Hang on. Yeah, so a long time. Now, obviously, there is a reason why Osu players like to have a drawing tablet. No! Usually it's because of a feature on one called absolute positioning, which is basically where you touch on your drawing tablet is where your cursor will go on the screen every time, instead of, say, like a mouse where that doesn't happen. Of course, I am not saying that any one input is valid or invalid. I mean, there are controller players on zombies who could absolutely kick my ass, looking at you, Daruma. But I am a lot better at playing zombies when I have a drawing tablet. Now, of course, every input device has its own pros and cons. A controller, it's not going to be very accurate. Like, you're not going to be able to get the precision that you would normally get out of a keyboard and mouse. But it is a lot more portable and comfortable. That's why a lot of people use controllers. Not only that, they are also much more practical and accessible to people. Because usually, they don't cost an arm and a leg. Keyboard and mice are like the exact opposite. They're... Huh. I knew it would pay off eventually. However, when I started using a drawing tablet, I realized that it is kind of sort of the middle ground between a controller's comfort and a keyboard and mouse's precision because of hand placements. If you really look for it, you're going to find a lot of videos talking about hand placements and why they matter in gaming. Specifically, they are going to be talking about how to improve your aim with your hand. I didn't have to do that. Not with a keyboard and mouse, or not a keyboard and mouse, a drawing tablet. I didn't have to do that with the drawing tablet. Because the way you use it is your wrist is at a much more natural position, if that makes any sense. So normally with a keyboard and mouse, you are going to have your hand completely like horizontal. Like it's going to be completely horizontal. With a keyboard and mouse, with a drawing tablet, you're not going to be having like that because your wrist is going to be a lot more vertical while you're using it. It's going to be like this. That is a much more natural hand placement, which has helped me because it stops my wrist from hurting, which is a great thing because now I can play for longer and I can not touch grass. Listen, I play Call of Duty Zombies. What do you expect me to do? I'm not Jane Goodall or Tarzan. Anyway, so keyboard and mice are basically the exact opposite of a controller. They're generally pretty large, fairly clunky. I mean, compare and contrast. But you will often get way better precision out of a keyboard and mouse because it's more precise. I feel like I'm trying to fill out an essay. What the? But because of the drawing tablet and the ability to have the absolute positioning, which I mentioned earlier, you will have much more consistent and accurate inputs than you would on a regular mouse. Of course, there are a few downsides to a drawing tablet. For one, you have to hover with the pen. What I mean by hovering is you have to hold the pen above the pad to be able to aim without shooting. Because of this, your aim will end up being quite shaky for a while. Like a long while. Not only that, you also don't have access to the normal mouse buttons that you would. So your left hand is going to be doing a lot more work. For example, I use Q to aim. Who the hell does that? Of course, this playstyle is very rewarding, but it has a steep learning curve. That's what I like so much about it. Not a lot of people, or any, that I've seen, actually play zombies or any game like this besides OSU consistently. So I think I'm kind of special in that I do that. But again, if I had to change anything in history, I think it would have been I just stuck to a mouse. Because now, I can't play with a mouse very well anymore. If you take a look at any of my previous videos, most of them were played with a mouse because I did not have my pen at the time. That's why you can hear like a lot of clicking in them because I didn't have my pen. And I suck ass. I am terrible. Yeah, it's definitely fun, definitely rewarding. If you have a drawing tablet, you should give it a go. I will link my tablet drivers in the description. And I hope you have a good rest of your day because honestly, I've been having a pretty good one. And I think you should be too. Going up, I ain't got no sky limit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I put the new forges on the Jeep. I trap it till the bloody bottom is underneath. Cause all my homies got it out the street. I keep 100 racks inside my jacket. I remember hitting the mall with my whole team. Now a homie can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich. I got them salty. I put the new forges on.